Hello everyone and welcome to this Animaker tutorial for beginners. So in order to begin, we'll be going over to the top right corner of our screen to click on the sign up button. But as a beginner, if you have an account already, you can go over to the login option. But for this tutorial, we'll be choosing the sign up option to take you through the sign up process. Now, as you can see on this page, you have two main options. You have the option to connect to Animaker using your social, such as Facebook or your Google account, or you can actually go through the manual process of creating a username, email address, password, and clicking on the terms of service in order to sign up. The easy option, of course, is to go through the Google route. Now, as we progress to the next page, you'll be needing to select a category for your AI video generation. Now, there are four main categories at the time of recording this video. You have explainer, training, promo, and personal. However, the promo and personal options are coming soon, so you'll need to wait for that. Perhaps at the time you're watching this will be ready. However, we have the explainer and training options to choose from. With the explainer, you have the product explainer, service explainer, and the general explainer is also coming soon. And then for the training, you have informational training, process training, course overview, course recap, and product training. Well, for our tutorial, we'll be trying first with the service explainer. So we'll go ahead and click on service explainer, and we'll need to enter a prompt in the text box to start our video generation. So here is where you want to describe your service explainer video below, and then you'll need to take note of the character limit. So you can actually put up to 32,000 characters in order to generate your video. Now, we don't need to think too much about this. We can go ahead and use the sample prompts for a try. But in your case, you'll need to craft your prompt to help Animaker produce something that is great for you. So we have four samples right here. And when you hover over it, you can see an expanded view that you can read through. So we have these four, and we're going to click on this one. And once you click on it, you're going to see the prompt generated right away. Now, of course, if you want to click on another, it's simply going to change. And so for the third or the fourth one, so we'll be sticking with the first one. We've got our prompt right now, and this is to create an explainer video for CleanSwift, a smart home cleaning service that provides on-demand professional cleaning with ease. And you get the point. So right now we're going to click on generate video because that's what we have to do next. Going to wait for a few moments in order for the prompt to be analyzed. Now, assuming you actually made your prompt yourself and not from the sample, you'll be needing to fill these areas in order to respond to the questions being asked. Going to go closer for a bit, and here you can see what's the name of the cleaning service. The name of the cleaning service is CleanSwift, as we read in the first sentence. Then you have a question such as, what common problems does CleanSwift address regarding home cleaning? What solution does CleanSwift provide to solve this problem? How does CleanSwift work or function? What are the benefits of using CleanSwift? What is the call to action for CleanSwift, right? And take note that you need to take your time to thoughtfully answer these questions for the best results. So this is pretty important. You need to respond. For example, we want to assume that Animaker will be having a call to action, and this is important if you're selling a product or a service. So book your cleaning now with CleanSwift, right? That's a good call to action. And of course, you could go through everything. So after you're done analyzing everything and making sure that everything matches up, you're going to click on proceed to create. So here is the status bar. We'll be waiting for this to get to the top. However, you have to include your client testimonial in your video by adding names and images. So we have the first testimonial, the second and third, and we'll be going ahead to add images and some testimonial statements. Alternatively, if you don't want to do that, you can click on the skip option, but we'd like to do this to see how thorough Animaker can be. Of course, we're trying to sell a service, so this is quite important. So let's get some photos and some statements. Of course, you might have this already on your website or your social media profiles for clients that you've successfully done work for. So you want to get those images and statements from those real reviews. But in our case, we'll be providing some random images and random statements just to help you see the result at the end. So with the first one, we're going to click on upload image. and we'll use the drag and drop feature. We'll start with our first client, and we'll just need to set this up to stay in the center. Click on done, and here we have our first client. And then we're going to be putting a testimonial statement. And there we have it. We have a photo and we have a testimonial and the name. So after we've done this, we're going to click on proceed to create, and it's going to take us to the second one. And then you can repeat the process for the third one as well. So as you can see, we have testimonial 1 by John Vance, testimonial 2 by Cara Lois, and testimonial 3 by Matthew Spencer. Let's go ahead and click on proceed to create. And on this page, you'll need to upload your brand logo. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to click on upload image and drag and drop the files here. Great, so we just have a random logo right here, but you need to put yours. When it's your turn, click on proceed to create, and it's getting the script ready, and the video will be ready in a few minutes. So we'll be waiting for that. So now we're going to be watching a preview of what's been created by Animaker. So let's go ahead and click on play.
Struggling to keep your home clean with a packed schedule? Wouldn't it be wonderful to have a cleaning service that fits seamlessly into your busy life? Finding trustworthy cleaners can be a hassle. Introducing Clean Swift, a smart home cleaning service that offers
So of course, you have the option to continue viewing it till the end in order to judge for yourself. And it says here, do you like this AI video? You can say no, you can say yes, I liked it. Any of these options are pretty fine. It's basic feedback. Then you have the advanced edit option here, and you can of course download the video. If we click on advanced edit, so we've been taken to this page because we clicked on advanced edit. Now here you can see different features, templates, character properties, and these are different places where you can have assets to your video if you want to make one. But we're going to be clicking on the X icon right here. And this is going to take us to, of course, our video. Now, of course, if you want to make some edits right here, it has a video editor fill where you have your timeline at the bottom, your preview here in the main center of the page. And then on the side, you have a preview of different sections which have been selected. For example, if you click on character, you can see different characters available for use. Some of them needing an upgrade and some of them will be free. And then you have property, text, etc. So if you want to make some modifications right here on Animaker, it's up to you to do this yourself. As a beginner, you'll have this pop-up where you can get started with Animaker using these 5 steps. Swap and replace characters or assets, customize the text, change the background, use timeline to make precise edits, and export your video. Maybe you noticed that the voiceover in the video was a little bit slow. So we might want to speed this up in order to make the video better. We could hide this, or you could go ahead and click on it. But basically, you have these options right here to work with. You could also expand the timeline area to have a better view. And then you have the music at the bottom right here and the text. We can play it again.
Struggling to keep your home clean with a packed schedule? Wouldn't it be wonderful to have a cleaning service?
So for example, on this slide here, we could actually move this out of here, or you could actually delete this and write something else. If we move the playhead to a place in front, you could also select this, make the letter spacing bigger, or leave it as it was. The line height, you could work with it. You could also change the font, and many more customization options can be added to your video. And of course, if you want to change the background, you can come over to background. Here you have some backgrounds right here. So you can click on, say, this one, and you can see the background has changed. You could change it again and again, depending on the theme which you would like to be discussing on, right? So when you're done with your customization options, you can come over here, click on publish at the top right corner. And here you have the option to download the video, download the GIF, or you could also publish it on social media networks, on others. As you can see, the lot of options right here. Of course, you'll have the Animaker logo here, and if you'd like to remove the watermark, you'll need to upgrade to a paid plan in order to have more features added to your experience. And at this point, we hope Animaker is looking more familiar to use. And as you can see, Animaker presents itself as a compelling animation tool, particularly for beginners seeking versatility beyond the specific niches of Doodly and Vyond. Its wide array of animation styles and user-friendly interface does make it an accessible option for creating various types of animation videos. So go ahead and try it yourself, and thanks for watching.